Hi, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can use lots of different images. So imagine all these flowers were separate images to combine into one image using masks. So this is quite advanced. Make sure that you've checked out the other videos first. Okay. Right, so as you can see I have lots of different layers and I have the portrait that I've been using. I'll just put it at the front. And then I've got lots of flower images and I'm going to sort of combine them all, and I'm going to do it one at a time using masks. So we'll start with this one. You'd obviously spend longer than me, so say I've cut this out. Okay, and what I'm now going to do is turn that into a mask, which is this one. There we go, I've now created a mask for it. I'm going to feather that. I don't need to change the density. I could go in and refine the edge. I'm just going to feather it a bit more. Okay, there we go. Move tool. To move it, I don't know why, but you've got to make it a tiny bit bigger and then you can move it around where you want it to go. Okay, and you basically do this process with all the different layers. So now this layer's go, press enter, move that one to the front. Okay, I'm going to select, again I'm doing this really quickly, so I'm going to say I want this bit. Okay, and I'm going to turn that into a mask, which is this layer. And I've got the mask, I could feather it, and then obviously, as you already know, I can use the paintbrush tool to add, cross that over if I want a bit more of it in, which I can go back to at any point. Move tool, make sure you're on the actual layer. I can make that a bit bigger and then I can move that around wherever I want it to go. So maybe I want it there, maybe I don't want it quite. Press enter. I don't think that looks a good. Click on the layer, put the density down I think a bit on that one. Come on. No, that's not happening. Probably paint over that in grey a little bit. I'm going to do that now because it'll annoy me. So I've got black selected, paintbrush, but I want the opacity to be about 16%. Can you see how that's taking it back a little bit? Keep letting go, so I'm pressing down, let go if you want to take it back more. Can you see it's making it go grey? Obviously you don't want lines like that either, so I'd have to put that up to 100%. You definitely don't want edges like that. And just keep, basically what I'm getting at is keep building into it. So what else have we got? Move this light at the top. Okay, select it. Using the quick selection tool. You don't have to select it. You could just straight away add a mask to it and start painting it black or white. Press Alt. Okay, that'll do. It's just quick, and let's turn that into a mask. Okay, there it is. Move tool, make it a bit bigger. And now I can move that wherever I want it to go. Now if I want the butterfly in front, I can grab that layer, oops, move that layer to the top. Now the butterfly is top. Move the butterfly. Okay, what else have I selected? Okay, this one I won't bother cutting out. I'm probably just going to straight away make a mask out of it. Make it really big. Add a mask. Go Command and I so it's completely gone, and then just with a paintbrush, swap that to white. I'm going to put the opacity down a bit. Just going to paint in where I want. some of that pattern. So you don't have to select, and then if I don't like what I've done, press X and I can take it out. It's not taking it all the way out because I haven't got it fully up. Okay, now these patterns here looking a bit naff, so some things that you might want to do is go try layer styles. So for my butterfly I've just put darken as one of the layer effects, or you could lighten it, overlay. Not this one, let's give it darken, overlay. So you can start putting some effects on, okay? With this layer, I've decided to go back to it. I've decided I want more of that layer, new bother, click on the mask. I want white, I want to paint it in, opacity, and I want a bit more of that painted in down here. It's not going to work, is it, up there? I might want a bit more of it in there. Okay, so you get the idea. Maybe a bit more here. I'm going to X that, because you don't want any harsh edges. Put that back up to 100. You definitely don't want that. Okay, so you get the idea. So you could keep building and building and building and building and building. Next thing that I wanted to show you how to do was start doing the adjustment layers. I'll do it on this video, why not? Right, adjustment layers is here, and you should be familiar with most of these things from Lightroom. So levels, yeah, now the beauty of this is it's happened in a mask. Okay, so say I don't want everything to have levels, I can mask it out. So I'll click on here, and the same thing as before. If I don't want, this is what it looked like before. Can you see I'm removing the levels effect? So if I completely remove it, 50-50 even, that's what it was like before. That's what it was like after levels. Okay, and then if I want to put it back in, just can paint it back in, press X. There we go. I'm going to press X because I think the eyes should be brighter. Okay, the beauty is I could come back to levels, I could mess on, and then if I click that little circle shows you've done an adjustment layer. Look, I'm back to it, so I can actually go back in and change it. Like, just mess, it's just like Lightroom, so you should pick it up really quickly. Okay. Other adjustment layers, well, you can just play with them. Hue saturation, so you can mess with the colours, the saturation down a bit, lightness, and then the same thing, I can go in and paint the bits that I didn't want to change. So I'm on black, say I didn't want to take the colour out here and I didn't want to take the colour out here. I've removed that effect, and you can see from my mask that the only bit the hue saturation is affecting is the centre, which looks terrible. What else have we got? Photo filters are quite good, especially because you can pick the colour that you want. I use this for landscapes a lot, especially the orange. So you can pick a colour, blue can be quite nice. Okay, and then again there's my filter, turn it off, that's what I've done. And if I don't want it, I can again click, remove it, maybe I don't want it on the eyes. And I can see what I've done. Oh, guess what, I've decided I don't want levels, I can just click on it and I can change it. So nothing's permanent, everything you can go back and you can change. Okay, so there's loads of them on here. Colour balance. Ooh. See what you come up with. Remember we used threshold earlier to turn to black and white. Let's see what we come up with. Have some fun. Thank you.